So, how y'all doing? This is Dave Views. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. If you're not, what's up? I'll bring videos with my intellect and my take on things that happen in current and the past. And if you like videos like that, like, comment, subscribe, and come on back for more videos. So, I'm talking today about the Kendrick Johnson's cold case. And it got closed, I believe, in 2014. 2014, and it's been opening back up. It opened back up in 2021. And to me, this case is obvious, but it's different trying to portray that in a court of law. It's different portraying the case. I understand that. But this young man it was not an accident. I don't know why they keep saying it's an accident. It's obviously a homicide. But I'm going to let them talk, and then we're going to talk afterwards, and I'm going to put some more 2 cents in it after that. Let's get it.
Now at 5:30, a Georgia Sheriff's Department is reopening the investigation into the mysterious death of a Valdosta teenager more than 8 years ago.
Kendrick Johnson's body was found in a rolled-up gym mat at Valdosta High School back in 2013, and investigators quickly ruled it was an accident. But his parents have never believed that. We want to warn you that some of the details in this story are disturbing. Here's CBS 46's Rob Hughes.
We want to know what happened to Kendrick Johnson, why nothing has been done, and why nobody has been held accountable.
Jacqueline Johnson wants justice for her youngest son. In January of 2013, surveillance video showed Kendrick Johnson walking the hallways at his high school. Sometime in the next 24 hours, the 17-year-old three-sport athlete died. His body found the next day, rolled up head first in this wrestling mat.
It was in one of the places that should have been the safest place for him to be at. Kendrick wasn't on no corner. Kendrick was at school trying to get his education.
State investigators ruled the death an accident. They initially said Johnson dove into the mat to retrieve a shoe, got stuck, and died from positional asphyxia.
I'm going to stop it there because how did he go into the mat to get his shoes, right? In the documentary where they talk about this case, it's called I forgot what it's called, but it just came out in 2021. The opening of the mat was 14 centimeters. His shoulders are 19 centimeters. How did he go inside of that to get a shoe? He wouldn't fit. Ain't no way his whole body could fit in there. Like, come on. He didn't die from asphyxia from in the mat. To me, when you see the pictures of him open casket, he looked like he got beat up and he died from getting jumped or getting hit a lot of times. Like, he got beat up. That's what it looks like. So, like somebody went too far in the fight and killed him and then put him in the mat to try to cover it up. I mean, and I'm not the smartest person in the world, so I know other people can see what I'm saying. But, I mean, I'll let it continue.
But 2 other autopsies requested by the family in the following months determined blunt force trauma to the neck caused his death.
I know that my son was beat to death and rolled up in the mat. I'm not going to even say think again. I know my son was beat to death.
A federal civil rights investigation followed, but in 2016, the Department of Justice determined it lacked evidence to file hate crime charges, as it would have needed to prove he was killed because of his race. Those investigation results were sealed, but now, for the first time, investigators will have access to that evidence coupled with the state's original files.
To get a hate crime, it's murder. Take it up for murder. I don't care if it was for hate. They still murdered him. Brian Bell and his brother, I forgot the other Bell brother, and possibly the father, the former FBI agent. It's a murder. Nobody care about hate crime. It's a murder. So go after them for murder. They could try him on something like I don't know the ins and outs of the law, so I'm not gonna act like I do. But it seems like they can be brought up on something. That's just me. I could be talking outside of my neck, but it just infuriates me that this case is where it's at. Because Brian Bell kid went to Akron, played football, D1 football, had a great time, was continuing his life, and these people still trying to get justice. That's just me. I mean, I'm affected by that, but let's continue to see what they're going to say.
Lowndes County Sheriff Ashley Polk was not a part of the original investigation and will lead the new one.
I made them a promise. I made the people of this county a promise. I'm pretty well known for keeping my promises.
Johnson's parents are hopeful a fresh new look at the circumstances surrounding their son's death will lead to answers. Rob Hughes, CBS 46 News.
So yeah, that's the end of it. Which is what I thought was crazy was that in the documentary, the person making the documentary found something that they didn't find in the investigation. So new eyes is always good when it comes to this, because how did somebody who's making a documentary about the case find something that investigators did not find? It's crazy, right? Still, new eyes, fresh eyes would be good. More eyes on the situation to be great. So I just want justice for Kendrick Johnson and his family. I want these guys. It's obviously these bail guys, whether it be the brothers and the daddy, or just the boys, or whether it just be Brian. But the way I think, the way the best friend of Kendrick was talking, Bail couldn't beat Kendrick one-on-one in a fight. So I'm thinking he was jumped by Brandon and Brian Bell. And the father covered it up because he going behind witnesses and asking them to be quiet to the investigators about the whole thing. He tampering with a federal case. It's one of the reasons he was fired. But I mean, it is what it is. At this point, the case is still, up in the air. Nobody really knows for sure what happened, in quotation marks. But this is a travesty, and it needs more eyes on it, and it needs to be, man, this family needs justice. There's a lot of pain they've been dealing with. Not only them, his friends that went to that school. It's just, everybody wants some closure from this. And healthy closure would be these people coming to justice. But that's just Dave's views. And I'm out. Peace.